Hello, everyone. We're back with another Sunday school lesson. Today is going to be an invitation to wisdom. Invitation to wisdom. Again, with the Clarks from New Philippian Baptist Church. And one of the things that we do is have Sunday school online. As we open up God's Word, we pray that He illuminates our minds. Let us pray. Dear Father God, we come before you this time, thanking you yet for another lesson. Thanking you for all of us that are going to get together for the lessons and get together in the lessons now. Dear Father, just illuminate our minds and teach us how to walk for you, representing you, that you may be glorified. And teach us um, how to better do the great to us. Dear Father, this is Jesus.
Amen. Today's lesson is Proverbs 9, and the verses we'll be looking at is Proverbs 9, 1 through 6, 8 through 10, and 13 through 18. The lesson aims are compare and contrast the call and promise of wisdom with those of folly or foolishness. To desire to walk the path of wisdom and receive its benefits, avoiding the peril of foolishness. And 3, grow in the fear and knowledge of the Lord as the first step in walking in the way of it. The key verse, forsake foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. That's Proverbs verse
Proverbs verse 1.
9.
Okay, we start off with that.
I'll be reading Proverbs 9, verses 1 through 6. Verse 1, wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn and hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, verse 5, come eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled. And verse 6, forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of
Really good.
understanding.
First, the way it's laid out. We pretty much laid out how it should be for us. We see contrast to Lady Wisdom and Mistress Folly. We see that Solomon tells us about how Lady Wisdom's house is built. It says the house is built sturdy, withstands whatever trick Satan has in mind to throw at it. We also see where it says 7 pillars. Some of the scholars who studied this said the 7 pillars is a reference to completion. Well, it's a reference to completion, but also 7 is a reference to rest. And we know that when God made the world, he rested on the 7th day.
Right.
He was also completed. And everything that he did said was good. Well, we see about the meals, wisdom meals are prepared. They're not rushed, they're made with care. And they're set up just right, seasoned just right. The wine depicted, the warden added to the wine. So everything is not too strong, not too light. There's wisdom there. And how to prepare the table, prepare the meal versus speaking to somebody, an analogy, how to give them the word of God. Not to give it to them too strong, but give it to them a piece, bit by bit, chop, chop, to where they can understand. Be able to take it on. Yes. Be able to take it in. She goes also to the highest points, calling for those that were listening. Especially targets the simple-minded. The simple-minded ones that is easy. They're looking for all kinds of things. And they just run. Everything is exciting. They go to it. But what they should be doing is going to the Lord's way. Her teaching is like healthy food for them. She fed them a well-balanced meal. Lady Wisdom is not interested in those that will eat at her table and then go to Mrs. Folly's table the next day. She exhorts the simple-minded to lay aside immorality and to begin following her the way of insight. So wisdom is trying to teach how to make things better, um, trying to grow you up. Not folly, the single mind, and walk you to the edge of the cliff and make you fall in.
It's funny the way you talked about the two, the one with wisdom and the one of folly. Called one lady wisdom and the other one mistress folly. That's how you would just compare the two of them. Right. I always heard the terminology lady wisdom. And yes, I've heard of folly, but never saying mistress folly.
Yeah. A lot of times people look at in the dark, secret, mistresses.
Okay.
And folly just take you down.
Okay.
Take you down. Yeah. What about we just went through the 4th of July? We heard about in the news all the people that damaged their hands and fingers, their feet, their legs with fireworks in the individual homes, not knowing what they were doing. They saw other people do it, but then they did. Also, to me, and racing cars and just taking cars on the tracks, things that you do, shift, downshift, upshift, things like that. And I won't go into all the terminology. People look at me and people look at people, see what they do, say, I can do it. But it's not that simple. Exactly. It's not that simple. And it's funny sometimes watching people think they can do what you do without even trying. You just go out there and then you find out, nope, you ain't doing it like that. Exactly. You need to do verse 8.
Yes, well, verses 8 through 10, again, we're in Proverbs 9. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. And last, verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding.
And that's why Solomon instructed the Christians not to waste their time rebuking mockers and the wicked. They are just wasting their time. That is still a lesson for us today. When I say us, that's a lesson for me today. For me, it's a lesson for you. Now it's a lesson for us today. Rebuking mockers only leads to their hating you. Truthfully, all they're looking for is a fight. It is like pouring liquid fluid onto a smoldering fire. Where there is only smoke now you have the roaring. In contrast, rebuking the wise will be rewarded with love. The wise recognize that we are not trying to tear them down. Rather, we are trying to build them up. And we rebuke them in love begets love. And it's so funny because people that want to argue, they come with the argument in mind already. They come ready trying to knock you off the base thing after you have whatever the case is. And they just come out ready to argue. They come with their ideas already thinking they know what you're going to say. Having received God's wisdom, believers are now growing wiser, having a yearning to learn more. Then you want to learn more. Then you want to learn more. And you won't reject the discussion if you learn more. And then you have a hunger for more, hunger for knowledge. And can we look at 13?
Yes, Proverbs 9, verses 13 to 18. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in a high place, in the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for
Well, again, with the Lady Wisdom. You see Lady Wisdom as a personification of God's goodness. And then Mistress Folly as the same for Satan, as evil. From her seat, Mistress Folly makes her a seductive call. Her words are like the spider web, just waiting to trap those that's coming away. She most definitely looks at the simple-minded. That's what she wants, because you know the simple-minded is going to get. They're easy cats. They're easy persuaded. And the dumber they are, the better. Such thinking still holds true today. Too many people are still being caught up in cults like farmers because of leaders who words are heavily good for the helplessly bad. Mrs. Farley is truly deceitful. And there's so many people out there who speak well and have the wrong message. Some of them know they got the wrong message, and they're just trying to take me down health path themselves. But then when you look at people like Moses, he said he wasn't a good speaker. He said, I can't speak, I can't do that. I'm not the best speaker. You know? And a lot of times people you may know what you want to say and you have it, but you may have trouble coming out sometimes. But then some people just speak so eloquently. You know, they have the gift to speak, but they use it for the wrong thing. So we see the differences there, you know. And what makes the people fall? Pride. People be like, don't tell me anything. I do it the way I want to do it. Pride steps in. Pride steps in. Everything like that. No. Here we go. We just finished off another lesson. Another lesson of wisdom. We are learning wisdom. Going through here, we're going to be some wise people when we finish. We're going to ask the Lord to shower us with all His wisdom.
And I can go back and review those lessons again and see if that's what we gathered from today's lesson.
Sounds good.
Okay. Again, the lesson aims today that we should have walked away with are the comparison and contrasting of the call and promise of wisdom with those of folly. We should all be desiring to walk the path of wisdom and receive its benefits, avoiding the peril of foolishness. And we should truly desire to grow in the fear and knowledge of the Lord as the first step of walking in wisdom's way.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Taste and see.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understood? Our Father in God, Lord, we thank you, Lord, again for another lesson. Lord, these lessons keep coming through and coming to us. Father, we thank you. We thank you for another opportunity to share your word, dear Father. And it is in Jesus' mighty and majestic name. Amen.
Amen.